Hey everybody, welcome back. This is HD, and I'm making this video because I need a third spoiler game, because I promised that I would start making spoiler games for this tournament. And if you guys don't know what this is for, basically, if you guys know a series is a best of 3 and then you guys only see 2 games and you already watched the first game, then you know obviously the second game means that the winner of the first game won the entire series. So just a basic little summary of why I'm doing this. And unfortunately, I don't have my good friend Pain User. He was not in the neighborhood today, so I will have to be casting this by myself. And I decided, let's go ahead and keep doing what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and continue with the cheeses. Obviously, I don't always have to, make a game. I could do a song or sing a dance, or sing a song, do a dance, or play some Counter-Strike or whatever. But I figured since I was in the StarCraft mood, I thought I'd try a Terran cheese out that I've been wanting to do for quite a while, and I haven't really been able to do it yet. So here we are. My opponent is going to be Amsum, and he is a Protoss player, and I'm just asking him, how's the weather out there in New York? Apparently he is from the East Coast. Shout out to all the people out there from New York who are watching, and from the East Coast. I might be moving to the East Coast in the near future, so you guys might see a little Asian nerd walking around. I'm actually kind of fat. You guys might see a fat Asian guy walking around, and if you do, then he's HD, or he's just another Asian out there in the world of the East Coast. But yeah, somebody messaging me Horschlong. Don't know what that's about, but I'm just saying that I got cheese last game, which is entirely fictional. I haven't even played a StarCraft game today. This is my first one. And I do hate cheesers, but not when I'm the one cheesing, so we'll see how this strategy works out. By the way, if you guys have been watching this entire time, you guys might be wondering, what the heck do I have cooked up? And my strategy today is going to be a proxy Thor. Basically, what a proxy Thor is, you just get a factory down right outside your opponent's base, and you build a Thor. It's pretty much that simple. Proxy gate, proxy Stargate, proxy Thor. So it works. I've seen it work a few times before. Good players can use it, and it works mostly against Protoss. I've never seen it work against a Zerg or another Terran, but it works really well against Protoss, and the reason for that is because the Thor can crush force fields. Yeah, you guys didn't know that. It's actually an ability that the Thor has that doesn't really get seen too often, but Thors and Colossus can actually crush force fields if they walk over them. So, if your opponent is doing 3-Gate Expo, or, well, pretty much 3-Gate Expo. If he's doing 3-Gate Expo and he's got those force fields out to block the ramp, you could just walk your Thor up there and crush the ramp pretty quickly. So that's the basic gist behind this strategy, and on top of that, it's kind of cool to see your opponent's reaction when he sees a Thor outside his base. But I am a little bit late right now. I was supposed to get my factory down as soon as I got 100 gas. Unfortunately, I forgot to scout my opponent. So finally, I've scouted all the corners, and I realized, okay, process of elimination. My opponent can only be at the top 12 o'clock position, so I'm going to get my factory right there, which isn't the best place for a factory. You kind of want to build it where your opponent won't see it, and unfortunately, my opponent just moved a couple stalkers right there. I don't know if you guys caught that little glimpse, but a stalker did walk past the factory, and I was like, oh crap. Maybe I should have put it down a little bit more to the side. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully he didn't see the factory. I don't know what has a greater vision, a factory or a stalker, but yeah, I know a stalker's coming for me, so I'm gonna just make sure I don't die to an early rush of units. And my factory is now on the way. A little bit of a little skirmish right here at the front of my ramp. And the basic gist here is, don't let the stalker inside your base. You really want to pick off the stalker, because right now, if it scouts my main and it sees absolutely no buildings, then he's going to know something fishy is up. Something really wonky is going on. That's assuming he hasn't seen my factory, the proxy factory, yet. So I am going to finally get rid of that pesky stalker with my handful of Marines. And note, I do have a reactor core at my main, and the reason for this reactor core in my barracks is basically what's supplementing the Thor is going to be a ton of Marines coming out of the reactor barracks, and also I'm going to pull a lot of SCVs as well. SCVs namely to repair the Thor, and just for more garbage units, kind of fodder units to protect the Thor. And so my opponent finally sees, okay, he does have a factory right outside my main. I don't know what his reaction was right now. Hopefully he was panicking, but this is actually a big problem for me, because since he's seen this, he can actually snipe my buildings, and my Thor is just now starting to build. As you guys can see, Thor is on the way. still very delayed. My bunker gets destroyed, so unfortunately I wasn't able to get a bunker up in time, and I realized, okay, what I need to do here is just fall back. I need to pull the SCVs now because my Thor is in production, but I need to fall back and basically let the factory tank some damage and just let it buy time while I wait for my SCVs to come. So I was hoping my opponent would be smart or would be dumb and not hit my factory first, and thankfully he went for the tech lab, which doesn't really make a difference because the Thor's already on the way. And here we go, my Marines and my SCVs are coming out from the back, and this is pretty much an all-in committed cheese because obviously if I lose all my SCVs, it's pretty much GG. My Thor comes out, and it comes out the other side of the factory, and I was trying to get it to engage the stalkers, but it was having a little bit of movement issue here. But my SCVs and all my Marines are here. My opponent wisely focus firing with my Thor first, and I was telling my SCVs, go repair the Thor! But unfortunately the Thor gets taken out by focus firing from the stalkers. And you know, if you're in this situation, there is no, you know, comeback, and there's no like rebuild and remacro. You're all in, and you're gonna just go for the gold here. And so I've thrusted all my SCVs and all my Marines up the ramp, hope for the best. My opponent even pulling some probes off the line, but pretty much realized at this point that the bleak situation once my Thor went down had just gone even bleaker, and it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to take this game away. So unfortunately that is a cheese fail, and I think we can all attribute that to the fact that Pain User was not here casting and coaching me. So my opponent says, I don't think you don't seem to be kidding, and so I'm just going to give him some well wishes. And to all you people out there in New York, I hope you're enjoying your day. Great weather, and yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is obviously a spoiler-free video, and basically to help you guys not spoil the results of Sen versus Nony. And after this, going to be the semifinals of the HD World Tournament coming up. I think there is one more game from the IPL that I need to upload as well, so I'll be doing that. And yeah, that's it. HD signing out.